Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the World, my First Nations people, and huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Fabulous to have you along here with me today. Welcome to summer in Australia. As I'm bare sleeved, going to be another scorcher today, I gather. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at is I'm going to deal with a few old... Someone's coming for a cuddle. Here he is. Come and say hello. There you go. White dog. Yeah, spotty dog. Okay, pop back up again. The cat's arrived as well. Going to have a look at a few old questions today that I had been asked a while back and hadn't gotten around to answering due to other things popping up and other news taking precedence. So, Turkey and Syria still to 20,000 now confirmed dead. It's going to get worse, a lot worse before it gets better. So heart to those in that part of the world, and also to Ukraine. Can never forget Ukraine. And speaking of Ukraine, this first question I'm going to have a look at is so Sweden and Finland have applied to join NATO for obvious reasons. And what has happened is there was a protest or some sort of gathering in Sweden where there was a burning of the Quran. Now, what I want to have a look at is in relation to that Quran burning, because that was obviously a deliberate attempt. To me, this is what my guides are telling me, that it was a deliberate attempt to affront Turkey at that time, pre-disaster, because Turkey was at that time no to Sweden joining, but it was beginning to sway. So I want to have a look as to whether Russia was behind the Quran burning. Chang Frick, I have been told, was the journalist that had paid for that particular protest to take place, and he is a known pro-Putin conspiracy theory supporter type person. Okay, let's have a quick look. I want to have a quick look. Show me the energies behind Chang Frick's reason for applying for the protest permit. Chang Frick. No idea who he is. Chang Frick applied for the protest permit in which the Quran was burnt. Show me his reasoning. What are his energies? Okay, thank you guys. Right, when you become intimate with your cards, you will feel this surge of energy and just basically a time to stop when you're shuffling your cards. So let's have a quick look. Chang Frick. Oh, what have we got here? The Nine of Swords. He's... Okay. Entertainment only. Allegedly, all that jazz. He's under a lot of anxiety at the moment, but he's not... How do I say this? Okay, I'm just going to say it because this is how the boys are telling me. He's not mentally right, is what I'm being told. Not mentally stable. He has been, thank you guys, sucked into this darkness, and he's really struggling with it. Struggling with the truth that he's being told. I'm drawn to the owl in the background. But the owl is shut outside, the owl of wisdom. So yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, he's not in a good place, truth-wise or mentally stable-wise. Challenged by Eight of Swords, the other mentally not right card in the deck. This is about it's basically self-restriction, self-binding, self-blinding to the truth. So he's confined by the truth because he's refusing to take the bindings off and take his his blindfold off and actually see it. So we've got here too the mental anguish, mental instability cards here. Okay. The messaging behind what he is doing is, again, we've got the blindfold to the truth. So this is a crossroads card, but it is where the person themselves has to make the conscious effort to take the blindfold off and choose a truth. See them, analyze them, and choose. But they are choosing to remain blindfolded at this stage. And here we have his messaging coming out. So he is very potentially, I don't know him, a good orator to bring others around to his point of view, but his point of view is not based in reality. It's literally rabbit holes, silo type reality in regards to the truth. Okay. What's coming out of this? We have another crossroads card for him. So I think what's happened is that he's had the blindfold removed and he is now at a position. So what's coming out of this? A step too far, my boys are telling me. He's taken a step too far in regards to something. Perhaps it was the Quran burning. The blindfold has come off in regards to his messaging, and he is at this real crossroads moment. 2 crossroads cards, one blindfolded, one not, and the light is shining down the path that he needs to take. But he is at a point where he has to choose whether he takes the path of light or the thicket, messy path, difficult path of dark. And he is disappointed in what is on offer. So I think what he's done is he's put himself out there, strung himself out there, and did not have the outcome that he was anticipating. So he is disappointed with what is being offered to him. Interesting, I am drawn to the journal there. He is a journalist, where he has written into his journal, but he's what is being offered now, he's not happy with. He doesn't want to take it. Okay, the karma hanging over him, dark money, Tower. I don't think I need to explain that any further. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, which can be building a solid foundation, but when I'm talking about this sort of situation, it's very much my dark money behind the scenes, money being paid to somebody for a purpose. It's usually the 2 wealthy church dudes paying the looking at the plans, and you've got the sculptor himself. So the sculptor is being paid to create something. So this is the paid to create, which is going to bring about a Tower moment for him. Okay. 3 of Swords, heartbreak, loss, disillusionment, disappointment, the truth. I mean, we've got a lot of truth cards here, and they're all dark truth cards. There are good truth cards as well, but it is about the truth piercing his heart. So I think he's going to have an epiphany and an ending, a culmination and an ending for him. He was offered the choices, and there is going to be justice. His actions are going to have consequences. It was all about being seen, but he's going to find himself hemmed in. So the 6 of Wands, it can be the victory card, but more often than not, it's usually, especially when talking about this sort of situation, it is about putting out messages purely to be seen. It's almost like getting likes on social media. It is about messaging for a look at me, look at me. He is going to find himself hemmed in by the messages that he's put out there. My Four of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the mercenary action, which is going to take me to my next question. And then we have the Hermit, which is illumination of the snake on the path. Investigation, introspection, but yeah, investigation, going to illuminate the snake on the path. And then we have the Sword of Truth coming forward. And then complete and utter downfall for him, the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Okay, I have no vested interest in this whatsoever, but I'm really fascinated about where this has gone. There's a lot of truth, mental anxiety in those cards. It very much about just, okay, paid. He will be exposed. What have I got flipped over there? Prosecutors and endings, definitive endings. They're not good cards for him. I'm really getting that is he being investigated? Is he being exposed? His thought process is not right. Quite dark. He's going to be investigated and exposed for taking money that's going to bring about a Tower moment. I think what's happened is he's taken a step too far in this, is what I'm really getting, and it's going to bring about his downfall. Okay, I'm going to ask, was Russia behind the Qaran? So if you have a think about it, so you've got Russia, who basically is, so is it Erdogan in Turkey? Russia, allegedly, is puppet mastering, or was puppet mastering Erdogan. Oh, excuse me, I've got the itchiest ear. Why is that? Got something in my ear, their boys are telling me. There isn't literally something in there, it's just their way of letting me know they're around and on target. Is it Erdogan in Turkey? Who was installed as the puppet. Now, I read on ages ago, so if you just look at the Turkish elections, whoever the leader is in Turkey, he was installed by the Kremlin, is what I read forever ago. Oh boy, didn't I get some troll backlash about that. And the question one of my lovely viewers was Turkey behind the burning of the Quran, so that they could justifiably be outraged, or the government in Turkey, not the people of Turkey, be justifiably outraged and with their no vote to Sweden being voted into NATO. But really the question is Russia behind the Quran burning in Sweden? Is Russia behind the Quran burning in Sweden? Is Russia behind the Kremlin? The Kremlin, I don't like saying Russia, because the people of Russia are just as downtrodden as Cash Peters did a really interesting video the other day. Go and have a look at it if you can, about the fact of that the young men of Russia have been called up, literally given practically a World War II rifle with 12 rounds of ammunition and told to go and fight, and they are literally going to be cannon fodder in the upcoming battle. I read on that forever ago as well, just so incredibly disheartening. Okay, was the Kremlin behind? Oh, I've got cards falling out everywhere. Information going to come out of left field, bombshell information that even us old cynics are going to find surprising about Russia. But tell me, was Russia Okay, I'm going to stop the reading here because as I'm shuffling, I put it back in the middle and she flung out again at me, Russia, mercenary actions. I'm going to say yes, Russia was behind it. I will just check with pendulum. Big sigh. Yes, I know, big sigh. Morning, guys. Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question? You'll notice it started swinging. Before I really put ask question, cleared my mind, it was swinging yes. Was Russia behind, Russia, the Kremlin behind the Qaran burning in Sweden? Is the Russians, the Kremlin behind the Qaran burning in Sweden? And that's a yes. Okay. Big sigh. Oh, I do want to ask one more question. Can I ask a question, please, guys? Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Will it be found out? Will it be exposed to the world that the Kremlin was behind this Quran burning via Frick? Will it be exposed to the world? Will it be exposed to the world? It's trying for a yes, but it's a little bit of a sort of. Possibly, but it is a massive trail that they're going to have to follow. The answer is yes, Russia was behind it. The next card is the star card, so going to be fully exposed. The giving and receiving help, the money changing hands, prosecution, going to expose the seediness of it. The seediness of it's going to be brought to the surface via prosecution, and then we have the message that Frick was putting out there. And he's very possibly going to find himself confined due to his choice and his allegiance to this emperor. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it's under investigation. It's going to be investigated. There's going to be a money trail, but whether we find out is another matter. It may be something that is just kept in the NATO political circle and used as pressure against Turkey. We'll see. Okay, thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.